Alrighty, Super Manny. I am the community person for Edpuzzle, and it's going to change your life. Alrighty, what grade levels do I have represented in the session? Because I'm going to give you a whole bunch of stuff, and teachers tell me, I love it, Manny, but I teach 5th grade science or I teach AP math. How does that look in my classroom? So I have teacher examples. I have kinder second, yes. Okay, love it. So it's a mixture. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, okay, fabulous. Okay, Edpuzzle, telling you. Here is what we're gonna cover. I'm gonna put you to work. I'm gonna be sipping my coffee, pretending to be pulling small groups while you work. Alrighty, I am hopefully we'll have enough time, which we should. That you get to find videos and attempt to do something. You're gonna get as much or as little as you want from this session. Alrighty, why? Why do we do what we do? We always have to start with the why. Your students are telling you, why are you teaching me this? I always ask, like, why do I need to know math? Why do I fractions? Why? Like, this is not important for me. Now, as an adult, yeah, you need it, but they always ask you why. So why do you need to use Edpuzzle? You ask. Well, listen, you get students at different levels. Okay, I have teachers that teach different contents, different grade levels, and I need to teach this to you, show you how video learning, how flip learning should benefit you. Right? You have students that are really quick learners that struggle, or with the learning, or that specifically talking to kinder. They need to use the restroom. They are hungry. Their best friend look at them weird and they're like not ready to learn. And that also happens in secondary. Oh my gosh, my friend told me that they have another friends and emotionally they're not ready to learn. Okay. So that is going to be you at the end of the day because you're going to be exhausted trying to meet everyone's needs. And teachers are stressing because you're supposed to be teaching, to close the gaps. What I'm doing is the worst way to teach. You're all listening to me at a screen, kind of like whole group teaching. It needs to stop. You need to stop it with the lecturing with the whole group. It just not work. It's too much info. Hopefully, I'm going to show you a lot of things and you're going to be able to take a few things, right? I'm just going to throw all these things at you. I am not a slides person. I'm going to give you all the slides. There's a lot of info in the slides that I'm not going to cover. I'm going to tell you that. But the demo, and then there's videos that you can always go back and refer. Okay, too much info. So here is what we say. Self-paced learning. Record your lessons, use YouTube, use a video that district has given you because you need to make an assessment, which will be the Edpuzzle, the video learning. You'll get data, fresh data, and where you're going to identify a need, you're going to figure it out. Your students are needing what from that lesson. The plan is you're going to be pulling them into small groups based on the scores that you get, again, for that lesson that is designed for that TEK. And then you're going to close the gap and you're going to do it all over again. You don't have to do it again the following day, in the next 2-3 days. But that is the rotation that we do. Like you're going to be adapting the lessons that you're doing. Instead of doing a whole group, you do a video. And then you pull the small group based on that data that is fresh. Now that checkpoint that you did 2 weeks ago, that's old. So that's the idea, the concept that we do. All right, data. This is not a babysitter. It sounds like it. It looks like it. When I used to walk in classrooms, teach it, and they're like, "Oh my God, look, they're so quiet. They're engaged." Really? What are they doing with the data? So that's the whole point. The analytics is what's going to tell you, and you can see it. It's color coded. It tells you here are the group of students that struggle with this aspect, and those are the ones that you're going to be pulling them. All right. So you are going to experience Edpuzzle if you have an account already. If you go to edpuzzle.com, I think I put a slide. Yeah, you're going to be my student. So you're going to log off of a teacher as a teacher and log in as a student. Well, I'm going to give you a code. So I'm automatically is going to give you a student. The video is going to be pretending to be projected on the big screen. I don't know if you have panels. No idea. Anyways, and the questions are going to be in your device. Okay. Again, I am pacing you through the lesson. I am teaching you what to do and how to learn from a video. So that is live mode. You're modeling like, oh, it stopped. What are we doing? We talked about it. I'm going to show you the scores, and then we have some feedback on after that. Alrighty, so you're going to go to edpuzzle.com, meaning that you are going to open a new tab, or you're going to open your browser, and you're going to go to edpuzzle.com and log out. At the top right, I was going to say left. I don't know my left and right. That is the code that you're going to enter. And I give you the picture of the activity that you are doing. It says getting started, because there's two. All right, and then I am going to do the same thing. If you get Edpuzzle. Okay, so it is this one, I think. Yes. All right. If you are still all over the place, I am going to give you a link that I'm going to put in the chat that I hope is hot, that you can just tap. And then you should be able to log in to my open class. An open class means that you do not need to have an account, because you and I are not in the same school district. I don't have access to your team domain, though I'll have to do an open class for you to see it. All right, if you are there, you should see this, and I am going to start live mode, and just click refresh if you don't see the waiting for your teacher to go live. And I have Miss Caro already on it. Okay, hello, goodbye. I must have the names over here. So I have the chat, and if the numbers not match, I'll be like, ooh, people are not following directions. Yeah, you can put whatever name. Don't feel like I'm gonna call you out. Put whatever name you want. All right, there you go. People are popping in. This is a lot faster when you put the link in Teams or Google Classroom, whichever you use. I'm not sure if Kinder uses either of them because, well, they're young. But you can create a class in Edpuzzle, and they can join by a code. They can type. Slow, but they can type. All right. So let me see. I have my reload. Oops. Sorry. I think I kicked you out. Okay, I have 3 people joining this experience, and I have 17 people on the call. Come on. Here is the code. Where is the code? Yeah, the link is in the chat, so you can click on it. You got to log off, though, to do it. Five people. Fantastic. See? Do you get the feeling like whenever you have your students, you're like, why are they not listening to me? Why are they not following directions? Yeah. So I have the same job as Valentin. I was a EdTech coach. So I'm like, come on, I'll tell you, call you out. Okay, I'm gonna wait 1 minute. If not, if your name is not on the screen, I'm gonna start. And I think I'm sharing my screen. Am I sharing my screen? Yes, I'm sharing my screen. All right, it happened. I still have 5 students. So sad to the rest of you. Okay, let's go. Let's get it going. Here is a 2-minute video. Your students will see this. You're going to immediately see how many questions is my teacher asking me, how long is this video, and if it's long, I'm going to tell you, they're already shutting down. If they already see a whole bunch of questions, I'm going to tell you, they're going to feel, oh, Lord. So mindful, okay? 2 minutes. what do you know? Before the video starts, I have a question. And you should have that on your screen. You should be able to listen to the audio. Yes. And you notice that the continue button is grayed out. If you don't listen to my lovely voice, you cannot continue. Ah! Isn't it fantastic? I love it. Okay. 5 people out of 6 has answered. So there's still a person who's listening to the audio or have not scrolled down. All right. Continue. And the video starts. And hopefully I share the audio.
Manny, you're not sharing sound.
Oh. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I'm not sure if I share sound. Okay, so how do I share sound?
The easiest way will be unshare and then reshare and toggle where it says share with sound.
Also share. It is on. What if I do Chrome tab? I see it.
Yeah.
Ah, Teams. Okay.
Starts my 14th year as a principal. And ever since I've become a leader, I've always believed in the use of videos. I feel like it, one, can flip the learning for the staff. It can also front load them with information so then you can have more information to have deeper discussions when you meet together. And then also it saves time and it keeps teachers from a meeting. And some of the time is such a precious commodity in education that I believe it is so important that we can utilize tools like videos to be able to maximize our time with our staff and then also to save them from a little bit of time that a meeting might take.
How many times you're like, this could have been an email? It could have been an email. Right? Okay. You have it on your screen. You go into the questions. And I'm waiting for people to answer. I have 1 out of 7 that answered. The 1 out of 7. I'm not sure if you see if you scroll down, I'm not sure if your device, if it's going to be underneath or is it going to be on the side. There you go. 2 out of 7. It's happening. I'll tell you. 3. You guys, I've given you the experience that your students will have. Video stops. Here's when we have conversations as they're answering. Now, this is something that's relatable to you. I wanted to see that just because you're not a teacher, if you were not a teacher, you can use Edpuzzle anyways. Okay, 4 people have answered out of 7 people, out of 16 people that have on the call. All right, 17, and I can show the responses. Okay, so a lot of people like, absolutely. I like this. I'm gonna tell you, my teammates hated me because now the principal knew who was paying attention and who didn't in those meetings.
So a few ways that I use Edpuzzle is the first and foremost that I use it is in my From the Principal videos. I do From the Principal videos each week, and in those videos, I do a quick video of things that they need to be aware of. It has basically a kickoff of, hey, this is to keep you in the know. It also has shout outs with my team where they're sharing information with me so that we can shout out and celebrate. But then there's important information that I share with them so that they know what they need to be aware of. And in those videos, I upload them into Edpuzzle, and then I embed questions in them. And so then it has my teachers thinking about what I've talked about, But in addition to that, that gives me a checks and a balances, because it makes me be able to see who is doing what and meeting the expectation and is aware of that information. And then I can have follow-up conversations where if somebody isn't doing that, then it also, I'm able to see if they've watched it or not. And so that is a very valuable tool for me, because it's a checks and balance thing.
So I put 2 questions. I put emojis for it will be obvious that are 2 questions. Sometimes I ask my husband, hey, do you want this and do you want that? And he says, yes. I'm like, I ask you 2 questions. Same for students that you say, I need you to answer both. I need you to answer 1, but they need to know that there's 2 questions with emojis. That is easier. I'm giving you like the playlist if you want. I'm not sure. Point is, you're giving them the experience. Okay. I am looking at how many people have answered these questions. All righty. So, and that was live. It was a 2-minute video. It took us almost double the amount of time, which that is normal. It usually takes you double the amount of the length of the video. So you can only imagine if you put a 10-minute video, because you're going to have them stop, think, ask questions, do some research, and then respond. You give them the option to go back into the lesson and rewatch that section of the video. So it does take some time. Okay, look at that. There was not really right or wrong answers. So, but you can tell who watched it and who didn't. All right, that was Edpuzzle live. I'm gonna go here. I think I'm still sharing. Go doo-doo-doo. So while you were doing this video, I was sipping on my coffee. That is when you are pulling small groups, right? And closing the gap. At the end of the video, you can have another, like, I need you to follow up with this. I need you to complete this. They're self-serving because you are busy taking care of the needs that the students that are on your table. While I was just sipping my coffee, okay? So I'm going to give you different ways in where you can find lessons. If you don't have an account, just, Edpuzzle.com, sign in with Google or Microsoft. At the bottom right here, it says referral code. You will have the free version. You're going to have 20 videos for free. So now, oh, wait, I think I'm still sharing. I was sharing my slides. I'm going to share this again. Teams, I'll tell you what, you're having the best of me. Screen, I'm going to do window. I'm going to do this. I don't have any more audio to share. Okay. I'm going to go to Edpuzzle. And I'm going to show you where the referral code is. If you don't have one, invite teachers. This is the referral code. If you don't have an account and you're sharing Edpuzzle with another person, you give them your code. It will give both people more storage for free. So 3 activities, because we do videos, quizzes, and slides. So that is how you do it. And there's a video that I've linked somewhere in the slides called How Do You Use the Referral Code? That is if you don't have an account. What am I sharing? It's not this one. It's this one. Okay. So content. We have tons of stuff already done for you. And I'm going to show you a few ways that you can find lessons that are done already, or if you find that YouTube video that you really like, I'm going to show you very easy how you add questions and interactions with the content. All right. So far, question. I mean, I'll keep looking at the chat. It's quiet. So you tell me where you want me to stop on what. So these are the 3 different ways that I'm going to show you how to find videos or lessons. The most popular one is YouTube, obviously. The Discover page, they're all lessons that are done already by teachers that have used Edpuzzle, and then their lessons are public. And then the teacher examples, here is a collection of videos that I've collected throughout the years. The audio may or may not be in English, but the subtitles are all in English because we have fantastic teachers all over the world that use Edpuzzle, and they're showing you how they use Edpuzzle, themselves. Again, all the subtitles are in English. Alrighty, so 3 different ways. Okay, I'm gonna show you all 3 different ways, and then I am hoping that you actually look at lessons. Again, you're gonna take as much or as little as you want from this session. Alrighty, discover page. When you open Edpuzzle, this is the first thing you use. You see the discover page. I am showing you the filters that we have. I failed to click save. So if you don't click save, it doesn't activate. So there's no blue little thingy. I'm gonna show you what I mean. When I'm here and I'm in the discover page, and if I'm gonna go to the subject and I do language arts, you have to click save. And then you have the filter there. I am so spoiled with just, I have a 5th grade teacher, right? That when you click, it automatically should filter it for you, but it doesn't. You have to click save, okay? And then we recommend no more than 7 minutes, even for secondary. That is too much info, So we'll do less than 5 minutes, okay? You have multiple choice, open-ended, notes, whichever you want. If you don't put anything, it finds everything. So here are lessons for 6th grade language arts. Again, they're not by type or anything, but they're here. Now, if I take this out, I can find, look, colonial America. That's a topic that you will teach if you're social studies, and it will give you lessons that are done already with questions. It tells you how many questions, and it tells you how long the video is. Yeah, so they're already done for you. Again, we don't make these. Please watch the video. Look at the questions. We are not sure if they're like fantastic or not, but they're available. All right, so that's another way for you to find content. What else do I have? Discover page, teacher examples. Okay, I do need to share this. This is my goal. All grades, all subjects, any role. I need to have an example for everything. I'll give you this, the playlists. The YouTube playlists that I've collected through the years. And then you'll take a look of, all the things that I have available. I also am going to give you this. In the videos, teachers are referring to examples they have. So for example, Jessica, like this is the resource that she's giving you. These links are the lessons that you are seeing on the screen. So you can take a look at the entire lesson. If you want to make a copy, those what these links are for. Okay, you also see that there are videos for what grade levels, yeah, so there's tons and tons of stuff. It's overwhelming. All right, so that is that. And then I guess I missed a slide because here I have link to slides. I didn't put YouTube, but you know what? I'm gonna just go to YouTube and show you very easy how you can grab a YouTube video and put it into Edpuzzle. Yeah, I watch RuPaul. All right, so Amoeba Sisters Mitosis is, I don't know why, I just like that video. So I'm pretending to be her who is teaching science in secondary. You all grab the YouTube video link, right? And then you take it to Edpuzzle. And you're going to put it on the very top. Here it tells you, put the YouTube video link there. Tap, return. And voila, it gives you the editable version of that video. Very easy. If you want to cut it, you can cut the endings. If you drag it in the middle, you can cut the middle of the video right here. That's up to you. This is against policy to do voiceover on YouTube videos because it is not your video. Question, just tap and you put the question in. very simple. I'm not showing you any of that because we're going to do it in a little bit. What I wanted to show you is this, generate questions. I put the YouTube video link. I click on questions. I tap this button. And just like when I pick my shoes, I want to buy everything, you buy both. If you're debating which one, you buy both. So I like both. You click and boom, your lesson is done for you. I should have some OMG, this is fantastic on the chat. Because with 2 clicks or 3, you have a lesson done. Okay, you can take a look at actually what they're suggesting and the timestamps that they're suggesting. They tell you which one is the correct answer. And you just finish the lesson and assign it, and you're done with the YouTube video that you want. We use the community. A lot of teachers have used this video before, and we just use the content that they have inputted. If it's a new video or we don't have enough, then we use AI for that. So you finish the lesson and then you assign it. But you have Teams or Google, so you don't assign here, you assign in your LMS. All right, so I have shown you different ways to find content, right? It is I'm gonna give you the teaching examples and the Discover and YouTube. We have time for you to find videos that you want to use. Okay, you're gonna learn more by doing, but again, you're gonna get as much or as little as you want from this session. I am going to give you the link to the slides. You'll go to, for the teacher examples, it's slides 24. All right, I'm gonna put it on the chat. Whoops, if I know how to paste. Here's a link to the slides. Slide 24 is where the elementary examples are. When you click on it, it will give you the link to the playlists already there. Okay, so if you're in elementary, you go to that, or secondary, you go to that, or go to YouTube, find you the video, and then we're going to very quickly assign something. Okay, if you have questions while everyone is looking for videos or lessons, you can mute me. I'm not sure. I'm on a web, okay? I don't use the desktop version of Teams. But here is how you mute a site. You right-click on the tab, and then you mute that. But I can continue to talk. If you have questions, I can show you how to, whatever else that you missed. But this is the time that I have for you to look at lessons and videos in YouTube for the upcoming weeks when your kids come back, students come back. Meaning you'll be working and I'll be sipping coffee or looking at the chat. Because you're working, not me. All right, well, I'm gonna put the timer and we'll see, okay? So, let me put the timer. How about let's do 5 minutes timer. I'm gonna be looking at the chat to see if you need me, but you have 5 minutes to be looking at the things, and we're gonna come back and help you out, figure it out, okay? There you go. Off you go, like you tell your students. All right, it's been 4 minutes and 40 seconds. So no one has questions. I am hoping that you're actually looking at the videos that we have available, or videos that you have on YouTube. So I can quickly show you how you can get a lesson going. That is all we were doing, looking for content. Looking for the content. I think later on I say, yeah, share your shine. Let's edit. See, I left the space to edit the actual video. All right, in the chat, I need the chat to come alive, okay? Like, which you find your YouTube videos, the discovery library, which is this one. Where were you looking at your videos? Discover, YouTube. I'm not sure if you look at the videos that I gave you, the YouTube, the playlist, the teacher examples, because they also give you lessons that you can do based on what they're suggesting. So tell me, like, so I can have some kind of idea that, you know, checking for life. Alrighty, I'm gonna go with, what is the next slide that I have? Oh, I do show the cutting of the video. Here is where I was gonna do the actual demo on the YouTube. You see, I had it planned. Again, you're gonna get the slides. You already have the slides. Sometimes you find these YouTube videos are fantastic and you're like, oh, I can't show it because it has this 2 seconds, or they show this one thing that you can't use it. So, all right, so let me grab this video again, and we're gonna go to Edpuzzle. I'm going to paste it. And now I'm actually going to edit this video. All right, so we're going to pretend this video has something that I should show right there. So I will remove this section, and I know I'm exaggerating. It could be, look, you can put it back. Whatever is gray is going to be out of the video, and it automatically puts it together. When you go into the questions, the video, it's already stitched for you. Now, if you go back and it's like, wait, I took too much, you go to the cut, and then you will put it back, and then you go to the questions, and you're trying to, like, we're not a video editing company. This is as advanced as we get. The cutting, that's it. That's all we do. Right? I did cover voiceover, but because this is a YouTube video, you cannot narrate on top of a video. This is not best practices, so you can't do it. You can only do voiceover with a video that you upload or that you record. Okay, so questions. We said that before the video starts, you're going to start with a note, and here you're going to ask them why. You're going to tell your students why are they doing this lesson. And I show you that you can record your voice, because just like adults, students will not read your instructions. They don't. So you have to put your voice, and then the continue button is not available up until they listen to you. That way, there is zero excuses about them not knowing what to do with the lesson, because you're explaining that to them. All right, so you save it. Notice that the teardrop, it's there, and that's it. The interactive element is already there. You can preview it, continue. Then at some point, you're going to decide, oh, I want to check for understanding there. And you know, a minute and something. You're going to start with a note, multiple choice. These are the options that you have. Here, you can add as many as you need to. You can be that teacher that tricks students and say, pick all that apply if that's what you want. But at least one, it needs to be correct. The answer choices are going to be shuffled. You know, I taught first grade, so I want it to be the same. You know, I will put A, you know, and I will put that, whatever it was. And then I put B, because I wanted them to see exactly how the test will be. And then I realized that it shuffles. So don't do this. Okay. I want you to see that if you are a math person, in the answer choices and in the questions, you have LaTeX. This is very advanced for my first grade skills. But you have all kinds of math lingo in here. Okay, you can either plop it in, or you can use the actual algorithm syntax latex code, and it will populate it, you know, as it should be. Math people go crazy with this. It's very advanced for me. You can put pictures and pictures, emojis, and GIFs. You can have images. You saw it on the live that it was an animation on the questions. It's being covered by Grammarly, but here you also can add feedback if you want to. If you're not familiar with Edpuzzle, don't start there. Just put the questions and the answers, and that's it. All right, or you can make this multiple choice into an open-ended question. You can allow your students to respond in audio. Your lab kids, like me, English is not my first language, it will give you a better answer if it's oral. It does not transcribe it. It will be an audio file, but they're practicing their English, okay? For TELPAS, I've seen teachers, they say, explain this picture. Tell me what's happening in the picture. So they have to use their English, you know, to like tell you what's going on, because they can't point. They can say this. All right. Yeah. So you will put, I don't know, question, whatever it is, and then you save it, and then you go, you know, that's how you start building your lesson. And at the end, you just click finish, and you're done. Your lesson is completed. So they told me that you use Google Classroom and Teams. If you're using those LMSs, you need to go to the LMS and then merge your accounts. You don't do it here. Depending on the level of Google that you have, you might have an app. Do you know, Valentin? I think you have to have like the top tier of Google for education.
To do what?
You have it?
To do what?
To have the they're called apps, the Google Apps add-ons on Google Classroom.
Yeah, there's some limitations, but some of their extensions or add-ons, you might be able to do it still.
Well, if you have the extension, when you have the classes, instead of being open, it's going to be like a Google Classroom logo here. But that is only if you have access to that tier.
For the enterprise?
Yes.
Okay.
They always change.
I'll check it out anyway, and I can put it up. But you,
and if they don't have it, if you don't have it, then you go to Google Classroom and then you make the assignments there, and you will see my videos, my lessons in Google Classroom, and you assign in Google Classroom. So you do the same thing in Teams. You go to new assignment. You'll see the app. That has to be done at district level, and it's free. It doesn't matter if you pay or you don't pay. The app is free. So for teachers to see it, you need to toggle it on. You will see anything in my content is lessons that are ready to be assigned, but they're raw. They're not attached to a grade book. Anything that's in my content. And you will see all your lessons inside of Teams or Google Classroom, like in a window, and you say, I want to assign this one. And then you go through the prompts into assigning it to that class that you have. Yes, you have to do it one at a time. Why? Because the grade book needs to be connected one at a time, okay? Otherwise, it's like, which students am I linking this to? So that's why. All right, so it's still like 15 minutes. There's a lot more I can show you, but you're probably like, OMG, this is enough. So I show you why you need to use it. You get the experience. I show you multiple ways that you can find stuff that's already done for you. I show you the easiest way is just to find the YouTube video, and really making a lesson. It's not hard. Just plopping it in. You can use AI for it. It's just getting it started, you know, kind of like Nike. Just do it. It's going to be messy, yes, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. Get with your techie person on the campus. I love having my students teach other students, and then me and the teacher were just like chit-chatting. I'm like, let the kids figure that out. Like, you have your students, talk to mine, and they're going to teach your students into how to do all of this stuff. So you don't have to, because, yeah, that's a better way. All right, let me see what else I put in the slides. I'm sure I put a whole lot of stuff. All right, I'd show you how to do the embedded questions. You assign in teams. Yeah. Student projects. Let me see. I did it in second grade. Let me see what grade levels we have. We have second, 6th, 11th, and a counselor. Okay. Student projects is the way you allow your students to create an Edpuzzle lesson for you. Which is fantastic, because they're not just sit and get. When you go into the console, you click add new, student project is right here. First, you need to get them used to how does it work? What does it look like? I have a video and I have questions. Once they get that figured out, then you can assign them a project, and then they need to find the video on YouTube, or they can record a video that, I don't know what computers you have, but if you allow, wait, no phones, right? I think that's a Texas thing, no more phones in the classroom. Computers, we have a recorder. Fact is, they can either upload a video, they can find a YouTube video, or do a screen recording for student projects. And then the video gets watched. Look, this one I have. This is a project that I did for Region 20. And then you have the video lessons that that they turn in. And once you love it, you click save to my content, and that student lesson becomes yours. On the back end, it's still labeled as a student, so you cannot share this with anyone because it's a student created video. But it becomes part of your my content lessons that you can assign, and they get like real audience. There is no more go to the front of this board and present, because we're not in the 80s, okay? That we don't do that anymore. It's through technology. Create a lesson, create an assignment, create all this stuff. Show me the content, and then put the questions, and they're creating content for you for next year or for your other classes. So that is how student projects work.